Have an adventure making your very own fun-flying miniature hot air balloon craft. It's perfect for a party, hanging in your room, or a Father's Day gift. I'm excited to have my granddaughter helping me. It's her hands that you'll see in the video today. You'll find the supply list at the end of the post. Take your balloon and blow it up to about 10 to 12 inches. Tie it off on the bottom. Cover your work surface, of course, to protect it. We cut up some copy paper at about 2 by 2 inch squares, but they were too large to use well. So we ended up tearing those into smaller pieces so that they would fit around the balloon better. This isn't technically paper mache the way that we're doing it. We brushed on the Mod Podge and then added the paper on top and then put more Mod Podge over the top of the paper. You could also just stick your paper down into the Mod Podge and then put it up on the balloon. Other glues will work as well. We took tiny pieces of paper and it took quite a while to cover the entire balloon 3 times with this paper, but that's what it takes to make it nice and firm and hold its shape when it's dry. So just take your time and have fun. My granddaughter even had one of her cousins helping her for a while, so you see extra hands in the video. Keep working on it, cover it, and then let it dry overnight so that it is nice and firm before you go on to the next step. See how that looks? So she drew a dot on the very top of the balloon and put a string that went from there down to the stem of the balloon. Then drew a line along that string because we're going to make 8 stripes of color on this balloon. You could make any design that you would like, but this is what we're showing you how to do. She repeated that on the other side of the balloon, so that kind of cut the balloon in, didn't cut it, but it made it into 2 parts. Then moved the string to divide those 2 parts into half again, and then also moved the string in between each of those 4 parts and drew a line, making it into 8 parts or 8 stripes on the balloon, because that's what my granddaughter wanted to do. But before we do that, we're going to pop the balloon and pull it out of the bottom of the paper mache shape. So she just held onto the stem, cut a small slit in the balloon, and pulled it out of the balloon. It made us kind of nervous, but it worked very well. Then she put her craft paints onto a plate and began to paint 1 stripe at a time. We didn't wait very long in between these colors to let it dry because it didn't really run or anything like that, but you might want to give it just a little bit of time in between each of the colors that you paint on your design. You could get online and look at all the different ideas of balloon designs that people do in real life and do anything that you would like to do. Sometimes it takes 2 sets of hands to do some of these steps, so this is a good craft for older kids to do, not for the real young ones probably, unless you give them lots and lots of support and help. Hey, I was really excited to have my granddaughter help with this post. She was wanting to do one with me and learn a little bit more about blogging. I like the colors you chose.
Thank you, Nana.
I thought she chose really pretty colors. We had a lot of fun and we hope that you do too. Next, we took some string and cut it into about 4-foot lengths. We cut 4 of those pieces, then we stacked those all up together and found the halfway point of those strings. When we've had the halfway point, then we put on our ring that we're going to use at the top of the balloon and tied a knot there. We used the hot glue gun to put a blob of glue at the top of what will be our hot air balloon, where all of our stripes matched, which is exactly opposite of the stem of the balloon that had been there earlier. This is the ring we'll use to hang the balloon up later. Then we took each of those 8 strings and we went down the balloon in between each of the stripes of color. If you used a different design, you'll just try to make those 8 strings come down in equal distances around the balloon. And then we used hot glue to attach those strings for about 1 inch or 1.5 inches from the ring down. We didn't go the whole way down the balloon. Take that recycled salt container or any container that you found to use and cut a strip that's about 1 inch wide. You could go ahead and paint it white now or whatever color you'd like, or you could paint it later like we did. And then turn that balloon upside down, still holding on to the strings, and pull those up through the cardboard ring that you made from the salt container. This may take an extra set of hands because what you're wanting to do is now glue those strings to the inside of the cardboard ring to keep them in place. They need to be equal distance from one another inside that ring. So it's a little bit tricky, and you can see that on the video. If it helps, you could use just a couple dots of hot glue to hold that cardboard ring in place as well. My granddaughter just did an excellent job of this. This was probably the hardest step of the whole craft, at least the trickiest step. Be careful not to burn your fingers in the hot glue as you bring those strings up and place them into the glue. When all of the strings were glued on, then we painted the little cardboard ring white. You maybe already painted yours, or you could do it now. We only painted the outside of the ring, but you could also paint the inside of the ring. After that paint dries, we took each of the strings and tied them to the top of the basket or gondola that will go underneath the balloon. We measured with a ruler about 2 inches down. This is another step where it's helpful to have 2 sets of hands. So I did the measuring while she did the tying of the string onto the top of the basket. You'll want to tie those strings at equal distances around the top of the basket. And depending on what kind of basket you have, you may need to poke a little hole in the woven area or find a way to tie them onto what you found. We used actually a little container that was holding a glass and candle. I found it at the thrift store. I found several little baskets there too, or you can order them online. After tying all the strings in place and we were happy with how it looked, we cut off the extra string to be about 1 inch or 1.5 inches long. We thought it made it look like the real rope on a hot air balloon were dangling down. I loved having my granddaughter help me with this post. We had such a fun time visiting while we made the craft, and she learned a lot about making a blog post. We hope that you enjoyed it as much as we did.
I had so much fun making this do-it-yourself miniature hot air balloon with my Nana, and you will too. You can make one for Dad for Father's Day. There are lots more fun crafts at welcometonanas.com. Come join the fun.
For the supplies we'll need, you'll need a variety of colors of acrylic craft paint, as well as some paintbrushes to paint with, pencil, scissors, some white paper like copy paper, string, and a small battery-operated candle. That's optional. Plus a balloon for the shape under the Mod Podge. The Mod Podge acts as our papier-mâché, and a basket or container that will be the gondola under the balloon.